Next, we go to Lorain, Ohio, where Zer Duffy appears in court for violating his parole. While on release, Duffy accumulated 8 new charges, including drug trafficking, firearm possession, and leading police on a high-speed chase. Judge Raymond Ewers had given the defendant multiple chances in the past to stay out of jail, but today may finally be the day his luck runs out.
The state would ask that you sentence this defendant to the maximum amount of time allowed by law. He has been involved in a number of offenses involving guns, drug trafficking, high-speed chases with the police. He has no regard for society.
Following the prosecutor's statement, Duffy is given one final opportunity to explain his actions.
I was doing good, Your Honor. I really was. Your Honor, I was doing good out there. I was not selling drugs. I was doing none of that. I was trying to get my life on track, man. And this man just told me you're trying to give me 13. I'm not a monster. I'm not a monster. I'm telling you,
Who was driving that car the other day when the police were chasing you?
I was driving.
Well, I think I had plenty of time to observe how you would behave after you left prison. I hung significant prison time over your head because the 8 cases you had in this courtroom showed to me that you were a potential menace to society. I gave you an opportunity. I gave you more than one opportunity. I gave you more opportunities than maybe I should have, because look at where we are today. You put people's lives at risk, and I'm not going to allow that to happen anymore under my watch. Court finds the defendant is in violation of his community control as well as his judicial.
The judge begins to read his lengthy sentence.
Foreign case 14 CR 089912. Again, the defendant is found in.
Duffy turns his back to the bench, quietly speaking to his attorney. His earlier tears fade as he shifts his gaze directly toward the courtroom camera.
9550. I'll tell you, I'm not happy about today.
I'm just asking what's the total sentence, sir?
The total sentence would be for 13 years and 4 months.
So you just gave me 13 years.
13 years and 4 months.
After 3s, 4s, and 5s, though.
That's
How is
right.
this a justice system, right?
It's justice because I gave you more opportunities. I'm talking right now. Oh, you don't, do you? Okay, there you go. So long, pal. I gave you more chances than anyone would have ever given someone with 8 cases, and this is how you behave. You deserve every month that you get.
He is then escorted out to begin his 13-year prison sentence for, among other charges, possession of drugs, drug trafficking, and possession of criminal tools. Next, we go to Rhode Island, where Stephen Carpio was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for murder. Police had been questioning Carpio about the stabbing of an 85-year-old woman. Inside the interview room sat Carpio with 2 detectives. When one detective briefly stepped out to get him water, only Carpio and Detective Sergeant James Allen remained. In that moment, Carpio seized Allen's gun and fired twice, killing him instantly. He then leapt from a 3rd-story window and tried to escape, but was captured just 45 minutes later. At his arraignment, Carpio entered the courtroom wearing a protective mask designed to prevent spitting and biting. His face appeared badly bruised, shocking those in attendance. The reaction did not come from Carpio himself, but from his family, who accused the police of brutality. However, an FBI investigation later revealed that his injuries were self-inflicted during his capture. This case underscored how families often struggle to accept and process a life sentence, especially when mental health concerns are raised. While Carpio remained largely emotionless, it was his family's response that drew the most attention. They continued to insist he was mentally ill and had been denied proper help. As the trial reached its conclusion, details about the initial murder remained limited, but Carpio's actions in the interrogation room became widely known. In court, he attempted to appeal for sympathy, offering an apology and placing blame on mental illness.
Every day, I face the facts of what I did and what happened.
The judge, however, was unmoved. Carpio was sentenced to life without parole, a final judgment for the masked murderer whose chilling courtroom appearance left a lasting impression. Next, we're in Detroit, Michigan, where 29-year-old Dominique Slaughter is scheduled to turn himself in and begin a previously ordered jail sentence. 3 years earlier, Slaughter was arrested and charged with possessing a stolen credit card and carrying a concealed weapon. He pled guilty and was sentenced to 1 year in jail and 18 months of probation, along with restitution and fines. Despite failing to report to jail, Judge Kelly Ramsey allowed Slaughter to remain free on probation with a GPS tether while he worked to pay off his restitution and resolve 6 outstanding warrants in other jurisdictions. Today, 14 months after sentencing, Slaughter is scheduled to surrender to the court and finally begin serving his year in jail. But before that happens, Slaughter's probation officer, Brittany Wisser, informs the judge that he has not been fully complying with his probation orders.
Mr. Slaughter still has not paid anything towards his fees, costs, or restitution. He has not resolved the 6 pending warrants that he had. He now has an additional 4 warrants as well, which are for driving without a license and for narcotic possession. He failed to appear for sentencing. The tether reports will show that he has multiple shutdowns of his tether, meaning he has failed to charge that tether and it was shut down. There's a total of 11 shutdowns, and then there is a home zone violations as well. There's 21 of those violations. Those are saying that he's not in the home when he was required to be in the home.
But the judge appears more focused on ensuring Slaughter begins his long-delayed jail term.
I'm not going to deal with any of this today. This is a surrender date for Mr. Slaughter, and that's what's going to happen. If there is a violation of probation filed or a tether violation filed subsequent to this, then you'll receive notice and we'll hear it.
When the judge reminds him of his upcoming incarceration, Slaughter becomes visibly emotional, raising his hands and holding his head.
Upsetting you, Mr. Slaughter. Sheriffs don't like you turning around. Stand still, face me. This is a surrender date. I'm sorry I asked for an update, Mr. Slaughter, if a fraction of what she said is true. No, this is a surrender date, Mr. Slaughter. A surrender date.
I didn't think that I'd get locked up because the work was in there, so I thought I was going to get continued. That's why I even went to work today, Miss Randy.
Objection to work release if work release is offered, Mr. Slaughter. If it is offered, it is not offered. It doesn't exist anymore. This was a plea, not a trial, a plea. I'm not relitigating where we are.
I get my direct deposit tomorrow. I just wanted to make sure that my wife and them were straight as it.
You knew that it was today. The direct deposit is going to be there tomorrow.
I just wanted one day to take it. Please.
Your wife, doesn't she have access to your bank account?
No, she don't. No, she don't. My wife got a spending problem, so I'll keep all my money too. That's all I'm
What are you going to do for the next 11 months of the Wayne County Jail?
She's going to have to figure it out.
Well, then she had to figure it out before today. Today's the surrender date, Mr. Slaughter.
Judge Ramsey has run out of patience and prepares to proceed, but Slaughter continues to beg for more time.
Just till a morning, Miss Randy. Just till morning, I still got to tell her.
This is disingenuous, Mr. Slaughter. You can't ask me for any more time. I've been as generous gets. Mr. Slaughter, you see there's 3 pages of people who need to see me today. Read those
Yes, I need everything just tonight, Miss Randy. Please. I would turn myself in the morning. I will come straight down.
Come on now, Mr. Slaughter. Today is the day. How many pleases do you get out of me?
Just ask for a few hours, please. Just a few hours. Just to say bye to my family and everything.
That was last night.
Miss Randy.
You're at the end of probation. You gotta serve this time.
No, I'm thanking you.
Go with my sheriff. Come on. Come on now. Breaking the law has its consequences.
Slaughter is now serving his 1-year sentence. Once released, he will still be required to complete 4 additional months of probation. Next, we go to Colorado Springs, Colorado, for a sentencing hearing. 23-year-old Anderson Lee Aldrich was convicted in connection with the 2022 Club Q mass shooting. On the night of November 19, 2022, Aldrich entered the LGBTQ+ nightclub wearing body armor and carrying both an AR-15 style rifle and a handgun. Within moments, Aldrich opened fire. killing 5 people and injuring at least 17 others.
We're going to begin with the new information in that horrific attack inside a nightclub. 5 people killed, 25 others hurt. Authorities say the gunfire started when a 22-year-old man walked into the club and began firing.
Nearly 50 lives were placed in immediate danger that night. The chaos came to an end only when 2 courageous patrons, one a US Navy officer, the other an Army veteran, tackled and disarmed the attacker. Their bravery stopped what could have been an even greater tragedy. Aldrich later pleaded guilty to multiple counts of murder, attempted murder, and hate crimes. The judge handed down a historic sentence: 5 consecutive life terms, more than 2,000 additional years for the attempted murders, and 10 more years for the hate crime charges.